Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we're going to be lining this lace blouse with lacra line. I've already cut two pieces of this lace. I'll just quickly explain how I cut it. So first of all, I took the measurement of the lace. It's 28 inches plus half-inch seam allowance, and then I took the neck width of 4 inches. Then this is the front neckline. For the back neckline, I have a 2 inches depth, while the front have 6 inches depth. And then I cut it like in a V form. Then I also did a shoulder slant of 1 inch. And then before I cut out the neckline, I used my French curve and then I cut it out. So this is the back pattern. It also has a slit of about 5 inches. Then for the shoulders, I'm going to join it with 1/2 inch. And then to complete the sleeve, I'm going to be attaching extra to it so that I can have the lace design. So I'll use this to complete the sleeve. This is for the other side. So this is for the other side of the sleeve. So when I measure after joining, then I'll have my complete sleeve length. So after cutting out the back, I also cut out the front using my French curve. I kind of it's not a straight V, it's a curvy V. So I cut out the neckline. Then I measure the shoulder to the bust line, then shoulder to the waistline, and then this is the hip line. So on the bust line, I took 1/4 of the bust measurement and then I added extra inches to it. I added extra inches, 3 inches extra, because it's a free blouse. I also took 1/4 of the waist measurement and added 3 inches to it. And then on the hip line, 1/4 of the hip plus extra 3 inches, because it is a free blouse. It's a loose blouse, not a fitted blouse. And then I cut it out. So this is the exact measurement. So I'm going to be using this lacra lining. So this is 1 yard of lacra lining. So you just check where it is stretchy to. It should stretch towards the side. It should stretch towards the width and not the length, so that it can accommodate the body. So I'm going to cut them one after the other. So once again, just confirm where it is stretching to, and then I fold it into 2. I cut it to 2 equal parts first for the front and the back, because I'm not cutting both of them the same. So this means just trying to cut out the stretchy lining into 2. The lacra lining. So after folding it, and then I place the front pattern, because I'm cutting them separately. I place the pattern on it, place the lace on it. And then the lining is not going to get to the end. It will stop 3 inches before the end of the blouse. It will stop where the design is, so 3 inches. It will not get to the end. So that's me just marking where the line is going to stop. Then after marking, I'm going to cut it out. Just confirming what I'm going to cut out so that there will be no mistakes, so that the line will be straight. Then I cut it out. So I'm through with this. Next is to cut the shoulder and the neckline. This is for the front pattern. So I cut out the neckline and the shoulder. So I'm just trying to trim off the rough edges for the shoulder to be straight. So this is for the front pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the back. So this is for the front. We are going to use this for the back. So you also fold the back into two and then cut out the neckline, and the shoulder. So the next thing now is for us to join the lace fabric together. So place the back, then place the front on top, right side facing each other. So this is the front. So just make sure they align. We are going to be joining it at the shoulder with 1/2 inch. So we join the shoulders with 1/2 inch. And then we are going to do same for the lining as well. So just spread out the lining. Place one on top of the other, making sure that they align, the shoulders align. So we'll join the shoulders with 1/2 inch. We'll join the shoulders with 1/2 inch. So I'll come back to show you what it looks like. So here we are. This is the lining. We have already joined the shoulders. We are still going to cut the slit on the back neckline. So here is the lace. I've already joined it at the shoulder. So I'm going to turn it to the right side. So this is a slit at the back neckline. So I'm going to place the lacra lining on the lace. I'll place it right side facing each other. So I'll just make sure that the neckline, that it aligns. So this is the neckline. I'll make sure it aligns. I'm going to cut the slit of the back lining after joining the neckline. So just use your pin and then pin the shoulders together, making sure that they align. Just pin it in place. So after that, we're going to sew the neckline with 1/2 inch. We'll also sew the slit at the back, and then we'll flip it inside. So this is it. Then after sewing, I notch around the curved area. Then I also cut the slit of the neckline, of the back neckline. So once you are through, you flip it inside. So this is what we have. It's already looking beautiful. So now we're going to join it at the side so that we can secure the lining to the lace. So at this point you need your pins. So just take your time, arrange it well, push out the slit at the back because you're going to have a button there. So So just arrange it very well. So for this down lining, I'm going to fold it twice. Fold it twice and then stitch it. Or we just use overlock to 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 lock it, the weaving machine. So I'm taking my time to arrange it because the stretchy lining is slippery kind of. So we are going to use pin to hold it in place. So I'm going to stitch from this middle to this side, then I also stitch to the other side using half-inch seam allowance. I'll do same for the other side as well. I'll arrange it, make sure it aligns. I use your pin to hold it, just put it together, mash it together, and then you stitch. You also stitch with your seam allowance. So I'll come back to show you what it looks like. So this is it after stitching the side down. This is just to make sure the lining is not moving. So just attach the lining to the lace like this. So the next thing now is to attach the extra sleeve. You're going to be attaching the extra sleeve. So we're going to join at the shoulder. So you match the middle of the sleeve to the shoulder of the lace. So I'm just trying to check the middle. So this is the middle. I'm using my pen to indicate the middle. This is a white lace, so we don't need too much chalk mark. So I'll place it right side on over the lace on the right side as well. So it will be right side to right side. So I'll just place it like this, right side to right side. So I'll use my pin to hold it in place. I'm going to use my pins to hold it in place. So from the middle, I pin towards the left. And then after pinning towards the left, I also pin towards the right. So this is just to keep the sleeve in place. So after pinning, I'm going to stitch with half-inch seam allowance. I'll just stitch it half-inch. Okay, and then it's going to be like this. So I'm going to repeat same for the other. So by the time I measure, I now have my complete sleeve. So I'll repeat same for the other side. So just show you how I'm going to join it. This is me joining the sleeve. So just trim off any thread as you go along. So you just stitch it down. So we are finished stitching the sleeve. So I'm going to be using the zigzag stitch to lock the stitch. So at this point, you can also use your weaving machine or your overlocker. So, but I'm going to be using the zigzag stitch just to tidy it up. So this is the zigzag stitching. So you can go ahead and also use it at the end. Just tidy the rough edge. So we'll also do same for the other side. And then after that, I'll also do it on the lining. So you can either use your zigzag stitch or you just fold it twice with 1/4 inch. But I'm using zigzag stitching. So I'm through. You repeat same for the other side. So you just trim off any rough edges. So this is it after joining the lining to the lace. So you are going to be joining the side of the blouse now. So you want to put it together, right side facing each other, so that the wrong side will be outside. So just arrange it. Make sure that the sleeve is also aligned. So at this point, you can use your pin to hold it in place. You can use pin to hold it in place. So just take your time and then pin it down, so that it will be easy for you to sew. If today is the first time on this channel, please comment below. Let's know what you think about this video, and like, share, and also please subscribe. This is Joidala fashion guide. So just take your time and pin. So make sure that the sides are aligned. Also pin the down part. So also repeat same for the other side. You arrange the sleeve, make sure that it lays correctly, it aligns, and then just pin it. So you are going to be joining the sides. So before you do that, just confirm your measurements again. Your bust circumference, your waist circumference, your hip circumference. Don't forget that you are adding seam allowance, so we are not using the exact. So you are going to be joining the side. So you just mark the seam allowance at the side. Mark the seam allowance. Sorry, I'm looking for my chalk. So I'm just trying to confirm the measurement. The shoulder to the bust. This is the bust line. The waistline, and then this is the hip line. So I repeat same on the other side, so we can have a straight line. So this is the bust line, the waist line. So I just measure what I have. So I measure, then I add the same allowance, then add the ease allowance, and then mark the same allowance at the side. So So I'll mark the seam allowance on both sides. I'm just confirming that my measurement is correct, after which I will now join it at the side. So you cross check the bust measurement, the waist measurement, and then the hip measurement. Remember, we have 3 inches extra. That was on fold, so that means 6 inches now that it is opened, because now our measurement will be into 2. So just mark the seam allowance on both sides so that to serve as a guide when you are sewing, after we should join the sides, and that will be all. Then we're going to add a button to the back neckline. We'll also create the loop. So here is the final look of the blouse on my client's body. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.